Hi, my name is Gabby, and today I'm going to be talking about California unemployment. So, unemployment is something that's very current and relatable, and especially because of the coronavirus pandemic we're in, it's kind of a big issue that needs to be addressed. I'm glad I'm going to be talking to you about something that's so current right now, and it's very relatable to all of us. Unemployment is not good, and we have it in this world. And nowadays, people aren't doing their part by contributing to what they can for the benefits of themselves and for society. Talking about unemployment has so much importance because not only is it a growing problem worldwide, but people in California aren't contributing their hard work and their skills to provide for themselves and also for society. I heard about how serious unemployment is, and especially nowadays through my mom, who told me that her coworkers are like filing for unemployment and going on like a stress relief leave kind of thing because they're all nurses, and nurses are needed more than ever right now. So some people are just having like too much stress, exhaustion, anger, like they just can't take it. So my mom's a nurse in the GI department, and all these nurses from different departments are being called to like help the COVID patients. So I really wanted to talk about like this controversy of unemployment and why it's expanding, especially in California. So for the next few minutes, I will be talking about how unemployment strongly affects finances and also health, and how our government should take action. So going into how unemployment affects finances, unemployment is the reason for poverty and hardship, which strongly affects finances. Money is something that somebody must use their skills and hard work and have good values in order to make that money. And having that money will allow you to survive, and keep you being independent and not just relying on others and being dependent on them. So like if somebody doesn't have a good work ethic, for instance, doesn't go to college, doesn't even apply for like a trade school or even an apprenticeship, if they just even like look at the sky day by day and not like commit to anything and like just live life to the fullest and not do anything, it will really affect their lifestyles and their morals. And according to financial publisher named Stephen D. Simpson, he says that the experience of unemployment, whether it's indirect or direct, can alter how workers plan for their future. Prolonged unemployment can lead to greater skepticism about the value of education and training, and it also can lead to workers being less willing to invest in the long years of training that some jobs require. So I think that this quote from Simpson really just emphasized that idea of how like those who don't work will suffer consequences, and there really is no guarantee for people who are going through this phase in their lives. So this is very important for the overall idea of how unemployment is a huge problem, because if somebody doesn't have a career or like a job for the rest of their life, like you don't know what their purpose will be. You don't know what their future will be like. What about retirement? What about, like having kids, or, it just, the list goes on and on. It's really hard to comprehend all of this without like having a sense of clarity and without having good skills to succeed in life too. And according to the CEDD, which is basically the California Employment Development Department, very long acronym, it has really good statistics where it says California's unemployment rate fell to a new record of 4%, while state's employers added 21,300 non-farm payroll jobs. So this is really shocking statistics, and it's really taking a huge toll on our state. It exemplifies the idea that people must take action, and we got to make that change one way or another. Many people in our state have disabilities, mental health issues, and they don't have the access and ability to work. And, that's okay because, everyone's different, but there should be better accommodations. The California and U.S. government should provide even more funding to those in need. But yeah, like I said, everybody's different. God made everyone so unique, and our population statewide is truly expanded. So we must be treated equally, and our needs really should be satisfied. The key here is that nobody can say right away, once and for all, who is and who isn't capable of like working, and nobody should try to judge that. The idea here is that unemployment is mainly a problem for disabled people who want to work, not an issue of like their moral values. And according to Andrew Polrang, a Forbes contributor, he says, while it's important to recognize that most people with disabilities who are looking for work deserve a chance and can probably do a good job, we also need to acknowledge that there are some disabled people for whom employment may never be a top priority. This balances out the idea that recognition, respect, and appreciation are values that are essential. We need more positivity and love that should radiate so that a problem like unemployment can go down. So those who are disabled don't get equal treatment, and by asking the government to really provide more help and care, it would be something really great for them, and also it would benefit society as well. Working while collecting benefits is often the only way for someone disabled to live a decent life. They can't live on either wages, benefits, small checks, etc. Like, if there are good intentions about the inherent value of work, then paying all disabled workers at minimum wage is something that's a great start. Even recognizing them for not just their work and their productivity, but for their time, their dedication, commitment, and so many more values. If there's more appreciation, it's just gonna flow back, and treating others the way you want to be treated is really key. There's a backlash that for certain disabled people that money doesn't matter, and I think that this is a big argument in favor for workshops that are sheltered and paying disabled people less than minimum wage. But for some disabled people, it's fought for. But in some cases, for others, it's better for them than sitting at home binge watching Netflix all day. So in work, money isn't everything, but for disabled people, it's not nothing, So the idea here is that unemployment is mainly a problem for disabled people who want to work. It's not really an issue on a person's moral values or religious beliefs, or a research problem for society. The positive side is that aspirations of actual disabled people who want to work and those who strive for true success in their lives is really key. The negative side is based on resentment over morals and certain important values, and it also interrupts the peace and stability of those lives for disabled people. So moving on into the unemployment part of how it affects health. Health is something that is really spiraling down, and it's sad because it's really current in today's world, and with unemployment affecting health, it could get worse and change our world so much more than we think. If a child doesn't have the access to take their daily medicine to control their bad headache or something, they won't be able to become healthy and recover from that. It all falls back on whoever the parents or guardians are, because in order for that medicine to be acquired and for someone to get better, there has to be finances and the money for that medicine to get to the person in need. And health insurance and coverage and so much more goes into that as well. According to Kelly Holland, a researcher from St. Catherine's University, she compiled research where in 2011, people lacking health insurance increased to 49.9 million people. But for most people who are living through unemployment, the ability to have assisted health insurance isn't available. So basically, that's really intense because it's just, yeah, it's very important. And we want to be careful with how health insurance is, and we want to have to file it correctly. So even according to sports analysts Mia Hamm and Tiffany Milbritt, they were able to notice a common characteristic of frequent emergency room users as unemployed or underemployed. So in order to address the issue, the current administration enacted a health overhaul law. So they said, furthermore, without insurance, many must utilize the emergency room for basic medical issues such as a cough or a cold. This behavior drains the system, and it can add to overcrowding issues where many emergency rooms are experiencing a lower quality of care. And so I think that's really important because everybody should have an equal amount of care. And it's really sad nowadays because hospitals now need to be used for coronavirus. So those who are pregnant can't make appointments and have their babies at hospital. They have to do it at home. So it's really just about if you put in that time and you work hard and do what you can, there will be better solutions. So health insurance is definitely needed, and unemployment for health workers and patients will really affect the ways of society and the government. Not everyone has this, and there should be some way of expansion on this important financial distribution for everybody. The U.S. government should help out with paying for healthcare and those that need it. There should be control, and the government should settle for something that they don't focus on. According to a program for Social Security, he's basically saying that we can eliminate many of the factors that cause economic depression, and we can provide the means of, lowering the results. So Roosevelt, who's the guy that said this, reminds us that there are ways where the government can really do their part and understand how big unemployment plays in the most difficult thing in society right now, which is health. And one solution is that you can't decide in a random manner who is going to be unemployed, but you can offer to help the unemployed in a randomized way that will cast light on what could help them. And this is from Work and Wealth authors Anne Hammerstrom and Urban Jandler, which are really, and I think that this is what the government should keep in mind. So, therefore, in conclusion, people who don't do their part won't make what they need to survive. Health is more current than ever. And so, unemployment really affects much more than we know. So, it's really important to keep these things in mind. Thank you.